This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Gun balls out in the lumberyard. Watching the Grunion crawl. Magi. Little kids got naked and had lots of sex. Don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie, episode number 45. My name is Adam. Today I'm joined by Kevin. How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing alright.
And how are you, Ryan?
I'm alright.
What movie did we have you watch this week?
The Hobbit.
The Hobbit. This is the 1977 animated version. This is directed by Jules Bass and Arthur Rankin Jr. According to the synopsis, it says, a homebody hobbit in Middle-earth gets talked into joining a quest with a group of dwarves to recover their treasure from a dragon. Oh, man. That's great.
Let's just call it the shitty version of The Hobbit.
The shitty version of The Hobbit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, well, have you seen all of them?
Yeah, you haven't seen the new one yet.
Yeah.
So.
How do you know? Jeez.
No,
maybe this one's a masterpiece.
Jumping to conclusions here.
I love the jump for. I need a jump for or jump to. I need a mat like an Office Space.
The jump to conclusions, Matt.
Yes.
We don't have a trailer, but I do have a clip here.
Thank God.
I have a clip, so let's give this a listen. This is from The Hobbit.
Chip the glasses, crack the plates. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. So carefully with the plates.
Dwarves have a strange notion of perfection. And where's Gandalf? Gone again? I wish I was a wizard.
Wish you were dead.
I think I'll just stop it there. We get the picture. So, Ryan, why don't you tell us about this movie?
Okay, first of all, I need to be honest and say that I didn't really pay 100% attention to it because the plot, I just don't get the plot, nor do I care. And this was just fucking awful. This might not be one of the worst movies ever, but I think it's one of the worst movies I ever saw.
Oh,
Wow. This
is exciting.
Yes,
I'm
is
excited.
exciting. Why don't you tell us about the plot, if you can?
Yeah. If you're able to deduce what the plot was about.
Well, I thought it was about this little hobbit that met like 13 elves, and they went on a quest with God. And after that, I pretty much got lost with everything that was happening and all the shitty voice acting. Shitty animation.
So it sounds like you were able to follow along for like a minute and a half.
Yes.
Before you just lost it.
But like while I was sitting here watching it the entire time out loud, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh God.
I guess
I haven't seen or read any of the Lord of the Rings. I mean, I've seen part of them, and especially not The Hobbit. Did you read The Hobbit, Adam?
I read The Hobbit, yeah. That's the only one I ever read.
Was it hard to follow?
No. Okay. I mean, I was pretty young when I read it, so I remember like literally nothing about it. But I do remember enjoying it. I think it was pretty long for like a kid to read.
Yeah.
But I was really into it. I remember liking it a lot just because of all the adventure, quest type things that were in it.
See, that's a problem. First of all, the animation and voice acting, I'm pretty sure they were so terrible. They just added like a different dimension to the entire movie. And it was a shitty dimension that I never want to get to. Second of all, Adam's right, because I read the Hobbit book when I was little, and I remember that it was long. This movie was an hour and 15 minutes long. And I just thought to myself, when I first turned it on and realized what it was, how do they cram an hour how do they cram all that information into an hour and 15 minutes? So, off the bat, I was disappointed right off the bat.
Right off the bat, you not.
And I really wish either of you could watch this, because the animation might be the worst animation I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I did watch the actual trailer. The reason I didn't want to play it was because there was not a whole lot of dialogue in it. So I did see the animation, and I watched the entire clip of what we just played, and the animation is so horrible. It's really of the time. There was a lot of movies that came out around this time that had this same type of animation, and I don't know how to describe it. Kevin, I was talking to you about it yesterday, and I can't really describe it, but any time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's that 70s animation where it just kind of looks... Everything looks liquid, like everything's moving around, and
yeah, it's everything's very rounded.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that terrible animation, that stupid Titanic movie.
That was a whole nother terrible. That was just like, let's get animators that have no idea how to draw.
And when I think that, I don't know if it's the same animators that did this, but if I remember correctly, the Heavy Metal movie looks similar to this as well.
It is not the same.
Oh,
this is this is a Japanese anime studio called Topcraft, who apparently did a lot of hand-drawn animations for Rankin/Bass Productions.
Yeah,
and they actually, Topcraft dissolved when Studio Ghibli was formed, and almost most of the Topcraft animators left for Studio Ghibli. Well, so probably a lot of the people that were responsible for the terrible animation probably went on to do really good things at Studio Ghibli.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a huge difference between this and even the early Studio Ghibli stuff. I mean, it's leaps and bounds above this. It's just... I just hate this animation. And I know that there were several segments, or at least one segment on the first Heavy Metal that looked like this. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of those like Sega CD or Philips CDI FMV games that were animated. That's what it reminds me of.
Actually, I'm pretty sure this animation is sort of this video game. Hobbit video game, man, I think it's along the same lines.
Well,
it's awful. And Japanese people, you've led me there. Normally, I'm cool with your animation. I like it a lot. This, I didn't like it at all.
Well, I think that a lot of that has to...
Ryan has put all of Japan on notice.
Japan, you let me down. I think that a lot of it has to do with the budget. Like, when you see...
Awesome. All right.
When you see, like, a Studio Ghibli film, you know that they must have a larger budget. And then you can tell, like, on some of the cheaper stuff where it's, like, kind of looks like crap. I remember the X-Men cartoon show and how awesome that used to be?
Yeah.
Well, I remember the very final few episodes of that, they ran out of money and they ended up sending it to a different animation studio, and it was horrible looking. It just looked so bad. And I think that's what it was. This was probably just a very low budget movie. But yeah, it looks like shit.
As another side note, on Wikipedia, when you look this up, it has like maybe 3 sentences for the plot. Then there's a link that you click on. It says plot of the novel. So does that mean the plot of the novel and the plot of this fucking awful movie are the same?
No, I think that's just referring you to... I mean, I would say that this probably follows the novel, at least, you know, the broad strokes of the novel.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Now, let's talk about... let's go back to the Bass and Rankin company, because they've done a shitload of stuff. Stuff that you probably have seen, Ryan, like Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, a lot of Christmas stuff. A lot of the animated Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And they did that one that I remember you had it like in your list of Christmas movies, and it was what was it called? Nestor the long-eared Christmas donkey.
Yes.
They did that one too. So they did a ton of holiday themed animated stuff. Was The Hobbit a Christmas movie?
I don't think so.
Okay.
From what I saw, no.
Just making sure. Making sure.
They also, and I think this is big, reading here, they produced several cartoon series. One of them being Thundercats.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Just like Ryan. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it looks like they did a bunch of like Saturday morning cartoon stuff.
So for that fact alone, Rankin/Bass is the greatest.
Adam, did you watch any of that clip that I told you to watch?
No. I didn't have time.
Because...
I watched some clips on YouTube.
Alright, I'll try to explain it.
Please do.
There's a fucking... Towards the end of the movie, the Hobbit goes into face this, like... I don't even know. What is Gollum? What kind of creature is it?
Oh, he's just like a little...
What kind of creature is Gollum?
I think he's a Gollum.
Well, he goes in talking to Gollum and some other creature. And he says, if we can solve this riddle, then you win. And if I solve it, then I win. You have to show me out of the cave. Blah, blah. So he's talking to this guy. And all of a sudden, they solve this riddle. And this fucking dragon comes out. And the dragon has flashlight eyes. When he opens his eyes, they're like flashlight beams.
Yeah, I saw that in the trailer.
He has the creepiest I'm pretty sure he's a child molester in real life.
The dragon is a child molester?
In real life.
In real life, the dragon is a child molester.
Correct.
Wait, what? What the hell are you talking about?
You have to see it with it.
This took an awkward turn, and I am really confused.
It's
like
awful.
the person that does the voice acting?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I thought you were saying the actual dragon.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What the hell?
In
are you
real
talking
life,
about?
The dragon sounds
They got a real
creepy as
dragon?
shit.
In real life, the flashlight dragon's a pedophile. Does it say that on Wikipedia?
Who's the guy that does the flashlight dragon?
I don't know. I mean, I have the cast list here, but I don't know which one.
It doesn't. Nowhere does it say flashlight dragon.
Is it Smaug? Smaug? Thorin, I believe, is one of the dwarves. Bilbo is the main hobbit. Gandalf is the wizard. Ian McKellen.
I like how Otto Preminger does one of the voices.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Is that the guy from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? Because there's one guy that sounds just like him.
No. Not Otto Preminger, at least.
How did you find out that the flashlight dragon is a pedophile in real life?
You just have to listen to his voice.
This isn't a fact. This is just you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's speculation. But I'm pretty sure it's true speculation.
You son of a bitch.
Oh my god. Flashlight dragon.
It is.
A pedophile.
I'm looking on Wikipedia now. It is that smog character. Character.
Okay, so Richard Boone is the voice. And he was in like just a bunch of old movies.
He wasn't. Alright, hold on.
Man, he was in a ton of stuff.
Destroying a man's reputation based solely on voice acting.
Well, he's dead, so it's not going to be that bad.
What's his family stuff?
What if somebody from his family is listening and it's like a big revelation?
Well, and I'm sorry, but your family member sounds creepy as shit.
I just don't understand.
Well, he's supposed to be a flashlight dragon.
No, man.
I don't think he's supposed to be creepy.
You watch a movie on Netflix sometime.
Okay, I might have to do that.
If it's even, just watch.
Right.
Watch from minute 104
to
the end of the movie.
Gotcha.
It's like 12, 13 minutes.
Minute 104? You mean an hour and 4?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. By the way, Golem is a store hobbit of the river folk who live near the Gladden fields.
I have no idea what the fuck any of that means.
Apparently he's a hobbit.
Sounds like you need to rewatch this, Ryan.
He's a hobbit, just like Bilbo Baggins.
If I rewatch this, I may kill myself.
Oh, right. All right, let's go ahead and give your drum roll for this. What do you give The Hobbit?
1 out of 10.
That's a 1 out of 10 for The Hobbit.
Is this worse than Catwoman? I was so excited in the beginning. It sounded like it could be worse than Catwoman.
I'll tell you like I told Adam last night. It might be worse than that to me, but I don't think it's worse overall.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So, like, it's a kid's movie, so you really hated it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, when I picked this for you, I didn't even think you were going to get through it. Like, I thought it was going to be one where you would have to turn it off. And
We're still looking for that movie.
Yeah. I haven't really thought that about too many of the stuff that I've given you, but this one I was like, oh, I don't even know if he's going to be able to get through this, because I know I don't think I could, but...
No, I definitely couldn't. He said about watching that, 13-minute clip. I'm not going to do that.
It's a musical, too, right?
I completely forgot about that. This is a goddamn musical, isn't it?
It's not as bad as the fucking horror musical that I had to watch a couple weeks ago. But it's got its moment.
They do have, musical numbers, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
that's what I thought.
The trolls really remind me of Snow White's dwarves for some reason.
The trolls?
Yeah.
Did the dwarves remind you of dwarves?
They go. Whatever that.
The dwarves that go on the quest with Bilbo.
The dwarves remind me of dwarves.
Yeah, they're not trolls, they're dwarves. That's probably why they remind you of dwarves. There's more of them in this one, right? There's 10 of them or something in this 13. One, right? 13. Well, I think that wraps it up. Did you want to add anything else before we close out, Ryan?
I hate it. I hate everything about it.
Now, I did one last question. Are you excited for the new Hobbit?
No, because I've enchanted the Lord of the Ring.
You're what?
I don't think you have to, because The Hobbit's a prequel. It takes place before.
Well,
Yes.
I'm still not excited about it.
Okay, fair enough.
We aren't either, so.
Yeah, not really. I'm
No.
not especially. We talked about it on Monday. I mean, whatever. For all the latest film news and reviews, visit us at filmpulse.net. We want to hear your feedback. Send us an email, feedback@filmpulse.net, or call our voicemail line 850-391-6071. Also, please take a minute to rate us on iTunes. We appreciate that very much. For filmpulse.net, my name is Adam.
Well, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ryan.
And we will see you on Monday.
See you later.
Is in your hands to break. The greatest adventure is there if you're bold. Let go of the moment that life makes you hold. To measure the meaning can make you delay. It's time you stop thinking.
Oh shit.
What happened?
Tom.
Huh?
Yeah.
You gotta be more careful in there. I mean, you got that whole lab set up.
Yeah,
You gotta be careful.
you got like beakers and shit. You gotta be careful.
Alright.
Centrifuge.
Bunsen burners.
I pulled one of my headphones out of my ear and I couldn't hear.
Okay.